Hey everybody, welcome back to Game 101. So, you're going to be seeing a lot of Tom Leykis videos in this series. That is a good example of how the world works today. And Professor Leykis is a legend, of course. But I know a lot of dudes rope him into that red pill crap. But see, Leykis was on the radio since the 80s. So he's been doing his thing long before all that nonsense started. He's been preaching all this stuff for years. And I think for you young guys out there, you need to learn this earlier sooner than later. Because these broads will manipulate you as early as grade school. You need to be prepared. You need to have your Captain America shield at the ready. Because they will come for you as soon as I realize they can get something out of you. It's important to stand up from the crowd. Don't be the guy that pursues her and brings her flowers, takes her out to those fancy restaurants that you can't really afford. Because the guy out there is not doing anything, he's still getting it. And that's the truth. That's why girls love bad guys. Example, Princess Leia didn't fall for Han Solo because he's a nice guy. He was an a-hole. He softened a little bit, but he's still an a-hole. That's why she liked him. And that's the truth. So here we go with another episode of Professor Leykis. This is a funny one.
How to get more tail for less money. I am your professor. Let's go to your calls here at 1-800-5800-TOM. This is Joyce on a car phone. You're on the Tom Leykis show. Hello. Hello, Joyce.
Hi. I'm
Hi.
a first caller and a first-time listener.
That's great.
I have to ask you a question. I want your opinion on it. My boyfriend, he listens to you every day, and he lives by you. And okay, our thing was we broke up and we got back together, and I found all kinds of condoms in his house, right? And once in a while,
all kinds of condoms. What do you mean by all kinds? Like several different brands?
Rib for his pleasure and not mine. And so he was missing. I checked them the other day, and he was missing a lot of them.
So you've been counting you've been playing count the condoms.
Yeah.
How many were there originally?
I don't know, like 3 or 4.
And how many are there now?
I don't know. He's listening, so he's gonna know that I've been snooping.
Well, might as well just let the cat out of the bag so we can talk about this frankly.
Okay, so the condoms are missing. So I asked him if he's been sleeping with anybody else. Because he and I, we don't use condoms because we were together for 5 years, and we just got back together. And he said
no.
No, of course not. And my friends have been using them. So I said, well, what, are you like the condom supplier that you hook up all your friends? They don't have the responsibility to go out and buy their own condoms. You have to be the responsible one and hook them up. And he's like, yeah, everybody comes to me and asks me for the condoms. And so I wanted to ask you of your opinion of what you think is going on.
How many roommates does he have?
None.
So how are these people getting their hands on the condoms? Like he just walks around with like like a purse, and he's got condoms in there.
Supposedly,
and he hands them out when his friends are all having sex. He happens to be around in the area.
Supposedly, when they come to pick him up, they'll say like, "Oh, I'm gonna hook up with so and so tonight. You got it, Jimmy?" And he's like, "Oh yeah," and he gets them out and gets.
I don't believe that for 1 minute.
That's what I'm saying. And he said that you were a fucker, and that's exactly what you would say.
Because I know. Look, he can't BS me. I'll tell you, he can BS you, but he can't BS me. Okay. I'll tell you what. If somebody ever asked me to borrow a condom, maybe it happened once. In fact, I remember when it happened. Maybe it happened one time, okay? But by and large, you know what? Condoms are everywhere, all right? I mean, the person who forgets condoms now in the year 2000, that person's rare. Most of us have condoms, and how many of us are so cheap? I mean, I know people bum cigarettes, but how many of us are so cheap as to say, oh, by the way, since we're all going out on dates tonight, in case I get lucky, you don't happen to have an extra condom, are you, do you? Come on.
And he's always telling me that his friends are always going bareback. So why would they be asking him for condoms?
Oh, his friends are all going bareback, but they're borrowing condoms at the same time.
Those sick pigs. So
They're going bareback, are they? Well, that's great. That's good. So the single mother thing's going to happen again in this little crowd very soon.
And he has 2 kids, and he wanted me to mention that on the
He
air.
has 2 kids. Was he married when he had them?
No.
Are they with the same mother?
He agrees with you that it's up to the mom to decide, you know, if the baby should be born or not. And that's how we started this discussion.
Well, why doesn't he wear a condom, for God's sake, instead of giving them away to his friends?
He's giving them away to his friends. He doesn't have
Who go bareback. They ride bareback.
They ride bareback.
What do they do? What do they do with these condoms if they're going bareback? They use them as water balloons? What do they do with them?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
He agrees with you that it's up to the woman to decide if, you know, if you should have the child or not. And I said no, it's up to the man. You know, that if he doesn't want to.
So what? He doesn't wear, when he's screwing around, he doesn't wear rubbers?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah. You think he's screwing around? Come on, you think he's screwing around, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Does that bother you?
Of course it does.
Will you continue going out with him if you ascertain that he's been banging other chicks?
I love him. He's the only one that I love and want to be with.
So if he's banging other chicks, you'll just tolerate?
No.
What will you do?
I don't know. I'm one of those dumb girls that hang in there until he gives up on the other women, I guess.
Oh, you know what happens then? He never gives up. He's going to bang everything in sight.
I know.
Because you're pathetic.
I know.
Yeah, and you know you're pathetic.
I know.
See, I'm the only one who has the balls to say it to you because I got nothing to lose. I'm not dating you. I don't know you. You're pathetic.
I know. But I love him.
I love him. Even though he bangs everything that moves, I love him.
Oh.
One day he'll stop and come back to me because I'm the best he has.
I am. Hey, and that last girl that.
Then why doesn't he just bang you?
I don't. We do.
If you're the best he has, why is he banging other chicks?
Because he wants different variety, I guess.
A variety of bad sex?
I don't know. Let's
Think
get him
about
on
it.
the phone. Let's get him on the phone.
Oh, you want to get him on the phone? All right, you hang on. We'll get him on the phone, for God's sake. Show. And we've had Joyce on the phone here, but now we're going to add into the mix her boyfriend, Richard. Are you there, Richard?
Yeah, what's up?
Not much. So, just lending condoms to a friend, are you?
Hey, come on, Tom. Why you gotta pop my bubble, man?
So you're admitting it?
Huh?
Yeah, so you're admitting it.
I can't stick my foot in my mouth. You know that.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Tom, I just, friends come over and they're all ready to dress up, ready to go, and it's just like asking for a piece of gum,
Is it really? Well, I got to tell you, I've been using condoms a long time, Richard. In all my life, I think one person asked me to borrow a condom.
Well, it happens to me all the time, Tom.
All the time. You listen to you. I don't believe you. And you know what? You might as well admit it, Richard, because she knows you're screwing around. I mean, she'll wait for you to stop to come back to her, so you can admit it.
Man, last night we were out to have a good time. I hadn't seen her in a while. We were going to go have dinner and a movie. And just out the blue, she started freaking out, and I didn't know what the hell, what was the reason. Finally, she broke it down to me. It was the condoms, Here to break up. She's the one that's trying to creep back into my life.
Oh.
Am I supposed to stop everything that I'm doing? Am I supposed to just drop everything because she decides to come back into my life? I'm not the one that broke up with her. She broke up with me.
So you were never having a monogamous relationship, were you, Richard?
Oh, yeah, I was for a while, yeah.
For a while.
Yeah.
But that's been over for a long time.
Hey, Tom,
Hey, but here, Richard, don't be a pussy. Look, here, I'm going to teach you now because we're in the classroom.
I'm not being a pussy. It's real life. You're messing with my life here. Right?
Richard, I'm going to tell you, don't be a pussy. You already heard her on the radio say that even if you're screwing around, she'll wait for you to stop. Now, be a man and say, yeah, I'm screwing around. And if I feel like stopping, I'll stop. And if I don't, I won't.
I just want him to be honest so I can know what I'm getting into and not be fooled. And he doesn't understand that. It's just true hate is better than false love.
So why don't you say it, Richard? Just tell her, look, I'm a man. I'm going to do what I want. What are
Hey,
you?
well, you know, I'm not a pussy, Tom. I'm not a pussy, and I've never been a pussy.
All right.
I'm one
Tell
of
her-
those man. I drive a truck, and I listen to you every day. And I
Right.
wish more girls in LA would flash us, because I've never gotten flashed.
Well, Flash Friday doesn't start until April 7th, okay?
Hey,
But
well, I've been listening for years.
all
I've never
right,
gotten
all right.
flashed.
Now, Rich, all right, we'll get to that in a minute, Richard. But here's what I want you to do. Tell Joyce right now, be a man, and tell her you've been banging other chicks.
Well, Joyce, we've been broken up, and yeah, I have been seeing other people, and that's why my condoms are missing. And I don't think that I should drop everything I'm doing just because you decide to come back. And I don't know how long that's going to last. You might get pissed off and take off again. And then what? Then I won't have nobody. You know what I mean?
Well, you're obviously gonna have somebody. You have those chicks that you're banging.
Yeah, but if I dismiss them because whenever you try to come back into my life, then I won't have nothing. And you know how hard it is to get some tail? It's hard. Really
Obviously
hard.
not. We've only
Spend
been
a lot of
broken
money
up
on
for a
crowds.
couple
You gotta
months.
look cute. You gotta throw a drag. You gotta make him laugh. You gotta talk to him on the phone. You gotta do all this and that. Sometimes you gotta go on a date. Finally, you get
So
to know. Then what? You
then
gotta
it's okay. Then it's okay for me to go have sex with other people as long as I use a condom. Then, right? Because we're broken up.
No,
Or because we're not back together. Why is it not okay then? If it's okay for you to have
But
sex,
Joyce, you don't want to do that because you're in love with Richard. And by the way,
I'm not saying I would never go and sleep with somebody else if I'm dating him. You know, that's just not my style. But you know, it's like if you're dating someone and you're sleeping with other people, then you should just let that other person know, hey, you know what? You're not the only person that I'm seeing, and that way they don't get, you know, the wrong idea about their relationship.
Tom, what do you think about a girl sleeping with another guy when she's kind of?
I think the rules are the rules. Whatever the rules are for the relationship should hold for both sides. Now, if you want to bang other chicks, she should be able to bang other guys. The thing is, though, you got a bird in the hand here, Richard, because Joyce, even though she talks tough and talks about wanting to bang other guys, really only wants to be banging you and only wants you banging her. So if you're a real man about it and you tell her, look, I'm banging other chicks, that's it, she'll talk tough, but ultimately she'll come weeping back to you. Isn't that right, Joyce?
Yeah.
Yes. See? All right, so you don't have to worry about being a man. Tell her, I'm banging other chicks. Tell her.
Hey, I already said it, Tom. What you want me to do?
All right. And now I have to find something else out here that's very important. Now, Joyce said you're the best. Joyce said she's the best you've ever had. Richard, that's not true, is it?
Oh, Tom, come on. Now, if I were to say no, what?
I'll take that as a no.
She is the best. She's a great person. She has a great personality.
Great person with great personality, but the old in and out, you've found greener pastures.
She's everybody's best friend. I'll put it to you like that.
Oh, there we go. She's a great friend. She's like a sister to you.
No.
But when it comes to fellatio, there are some people who are definitely not like your sister.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a given, yeah.
That's a given. I think we found out everything we need to know here, Joyce. I hope you're satisfied. You had to open Pandora's box.
The Tom Leykis Show.
So that's more proof that now when you say the guy doesn't mean they have to be completely heartless, but like something I learned over the years, especially dating a lot of younger chicks, like in their teens and 20s, is that less is more with broads. You see, you give them less attention, they come after you more. If she's already interested in you, she will chase you more. But if she doesn't care, she doesn't care. But as you see with this episode here, this is why I played this episode. Even when he's moving out of her, she still stays. She doesn't go anywhere. Like it says, they always come back for more. It's true. It's all true. Yeah, you don't have to be a complete stoic meatbag or nothing, but you don't waste your time giving flowers or nothing because most girls ain't going to respond to that. She's going to put you in the quote-unquote friend zone, wherever that is. I ain't never been in the friend zone, so I don't know what that is. I know dudes that are in the friend zone with other girls. But like everything now, makes so much more sense looking back. Like when I was a kid, chasing after the pretty blonde cheerleader or whatnot, because those girls in their teens and whatnot back in high school, they went out with guys in their late 20s and 30s. All makes sense. Football players, basketball players. Like, I was basically Peter Parker in high school. So the girl didn't notice I existed. Now, in my prime, the exact opposite. Like, Professor Leykis talks about this all the time. Like, don't call when you say you're going to call. Don't take her out to expensive dinners, less than $40 on a date, so on and so forth. But like it's 101, like it's 101 rules. Which I think you should definitely hold true to today because, again, like I said in the beginning of this episode, girls will manipulate you as early as grade school. So you need to be prepared. Any means necessary. Because it's crazy out there, man. You can be attracted to a girl as soon as she realizes that you're attracted to her, she will use you for attention. Meanwhile, a guy that ignores her is the one that's getting it for free. Like chicks say, "Oh, what a nice guy." Oh, what a nice guy. Like, first of all, pay attention to how old she is because she's like in her 30s or something. She probably does want a nice guy, but she'll still respond more to the bad. And that's the truth. Don't listen to what she says. Just pay attention to what she does. Because chicks are master manipulators. All that stuff they put on their face or they care. It's all manipulation. They're masters at being deceptive. This isn't something that your teachers are going to tell you. This isn't something your parents are going to tell you because they want you to be the good guy. They want you to be the traditional, I'm going to take you on 5 dates and ask your father for permission to bang you, and I'm going to do it anyway. That's what most guys are raised to be. And I think it's essential to break free of those chains as soon as possible because she's looking for a man. I'm like, if you do all that whiny crap about when we're going to give her flowers and then we're going to take her on 5 dates, and she's going to be gone. There's another guy out there that's getting it for free.